Hey guys, this is Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com doing a guitar lesson series for Jellynote. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to play Desire by U2 while also learning a couple of new chord forms, E major and A major. Now the interactive tab for this lesson can be found in this video's description. Now Jellynote has thousands of interactive tabs and sheet music in sync with videos just like this one, so I suggest you check it out. Alright, so let's take a look at the two new chords that we need to learn. You can follow along in the tab. Now we're going to have an E major chord I'll take a look at first. So here we get to use all 6 strings. You'll see in the tab, in the chord chart as well, that we have the first fret there on the G string, and then the second fret there on the D. I'm using my ring finger for that. And then the second fret there on the B string. I'm using my middle finger for that. Now all the other strings are just open. Now real quick, it probably don't sound like I'm in tune with you when you play that along with me. Now what I'm using is a half step down tuning, just like U2 does on the original recording. And it's real important to learn how to do this because it's a very popular tuning with popular like rock styles. Now all you have to do is you tune every string on your guitar down the exact same amount. In this case, 1/2 step. So instead of having an E as your lowest note, you're going to have an E flat. So hopefully you have some sort of a chromatic tuner that allows you to do that. There's lots of apps that you can have on phones that you can use it. Jellynote has an app on their website that'll allow you to tune to any note you want as well. Now the notes that you'll tune to will be on the tab, but I'll go through them real quick. We have an E flat, followed by an A flat. So all the strings are just flat. D flat, G flat, B flat, and E flat. Alright, so once you get in that tuning, you'll be able to follow along a little bit easier, but I think it's very important for you to learn that. So we could learn this in standard tuning. We couldn't play it along with a record because of that, but the fingerings would be the exact same. So it's a way of being able to keep our fingerings the same, still play all the chords you already know the same way, except everything now just sounds a half step lower. So we're going to start with that E major chord. And then we're going to go to an A major chord. Now for the A major chord, there's a lot of different ways that you'll see people play this. I personally like to play this, especially in this song, just by putting all these fingers into one fret. So we have the pinky here is playing the second fret of the B string. Then we have the ring finger playing the second fret of the G. Then the middle finger playing the second fret of the D string. So this is a 5-string chord. So you're going to strum from the 5th string all the way across. We have an open high E in there. So we have E and A. Now you can play the A with these 3 fingers. Some people like to reverse these and throw this in the middle and play it like this, play it with just a bar. You'll see it done a ton of ways. So you'll find a way that works for you, but you can just use this for now because it works really well with this song. Alright, now let's go to the other chord in this song for Desire. It's basically just 3 chords you need to know. And it's that D chord that we did earlier. However, we're going to do a slight variation on it. So we had the D chord we did earlier. What we're going to do now is just pick up this second finger. And that makes it what's called a D suspended second chord. You have the high E string in there. So from there, you're going to play that to the A, down to the E. So do that. Now when you get to the E, we're going to do a little variation on this as well. You can still hold the same 3 notes down, but then add your pinky there at the second fret on the G string. That makes it an E suspended 4th chord. So don't really worry about these names and why they're called that. Don't worry about it. And then you just pick up that pinky again and get back to a regular E major. So we have this. Real simplify the rhythm there, so it makes it easier to get used to the changing. So just keep the rhythm real simple. Alright, for the actual rhythm itself, it might be a little bit tricky. So I'm going down, then I miss a downstroke, and then I hit an upstroke for the A. So we have this. And then down, up, down on that, bring the sus chord in, and then up. So like this. So all together. Now, as the song goes, then they'll go back to the D sus2 chord and hold that. And back to the A. And then jump back. All right, so that'll give you a good practice of changing pretty quickly between chords, between especially that A to the E. So hopefully you guys will get it down pretty good, and I'll see you for the next lesson in this series. We're going to learn some more chords. I'll see you then.